Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited because I found these and I really want to try them. They're really small colored pencils, very cheap. They're only like 50 cents, as you can see here. I think they're designed for children and definitely not for professional use. So let's go ahead and swatch them and see what we can create with them. I'm gonna swatch them in here. These pencils are so cheap that the moment I put them in my bag, the whole thing just fell apart. So I just secured it with some tape. But yes, they're very bad quality, I think. But let's swatch them and see for ourselves. This is all of them, so let's start the swatching. Some of them are definitely better than the others. So yeah, these are the swatches. As you can see, they're not very pigmented. I'm just gonna swatch next to them some of my Faber-Castell ones, my polychromos pencils. Let's just swatch the red one. This is the red one of this pack. And this is the red of the polychromos. I think you can see the difference. Let's swatch the blue one because I think this one, the blue one here, is the best one in terms of saturation. And this is my blue from the polychromos. You can see the difference. But obviously the polychromos one cost like 30 bucks or something, and these are not even €1, so I think you can expect to have some problems with these. I just wanna swatch them in different paper. I have here a little piece of a gray paper. Let's see if they sew up here. I'm not gonna draw something in this. They sew up here too. I'm not gonna draw something here because I think I'm gonna need the white of the paper if I'm gonna draw something. But they sew up here quite nicely. I didn't expect them to sew up at all, so that's a nice surprise. Some of them sew up really nice in the gray paper. I don't know if you can see it. Like, it's not as nice as the good quality ones, but I really didn't expect them to sew up on the gray paper. I'm gonna swatch them one more time because I don't think I'm gonna use my sketchbook for the final illustration. I wanna use the paper with more tooth because this paper is very smooth and I don't think the pencils are grabbing nicely. So let's move these. And I'm gonna use this paper. I don't even know what this paper is. Just some watercolor paper. I don't even know the brand. I've got it myself. I think it's 220 GSM, if I'm correct. Let me swatch here too. I can immediately see the difference between these two. Here, this paper grabs the pencil, if you know what I mean. And I think they're gonna layer better in this one because if I'm gonna draw something, I'm definitely gonna layer them. I'm not just gonna put solid colors down. Okay, we have all of our swatches now. I think they look the best in this paper. I like that they look more cohesive here. And I like that they sew up on the gray paper, but I think I'm gonna use this one for now because I wanna draw a portrait, as always, and I don't want to draw that here because I want to use the white of the paper for the portrait, because if I leave empty space in the gray paper, it's gonna look a bit weird for a portrait. I found this little cup to put them in. They're even too small for this little cup here. As you can see, they don't really fit here. They're really cute. Should I sketch on this side of the paper or just turn it? I'm just gonna turn it so we don't see the swatches. Okay, I'm just gonna find a reference picture and start sketching. I'm gonna use this one to sketch, so let me see if it's erasable. I should probably have done that in the other page, but it's fine. So, okay, I'm gonna start sketching now. Okay, I think I'm done with the sketch. I don't love it, but I think I'm just gonna start with this and maybe, I don't know, change things as I go. Maybe if I put down the colors, it's gonna be better. I blocked all the shadow shapes with the pink one that I sketched. I specifically chose that reference because of the shadow shapes and because they were so distinct. That's what I do with my reference all the time. I try to choose a reference picture that has distinct shadow shapes because I find it easier to draw and more interesting in general. So even if I'm creating my references myself, I try to have great shapes on my face, for example, like find good lighting to pose in front of. The hair doesn't show up at all yet. Okay, I'm gonna start with what I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with this color here and go over the shadows once more. It's not really dark enough, but I'm just gonna work slowly for more dark shapes and shadows. I don't even think that I'm gonna be able to go dark enough because these pencils are not really saturated and they don't really show up on the paper. So I think it's not gonna have a lot of contrast, this drawing, but I'm gonna try my best and just like do some tricks to create contrast, like leave some highlights paper white, so the things that I've put pencil on will look the darkest, even though they're not that dark. I'm not really pushing the pencils in because I don't know how well they will layer later, and I don't want to ruin the tooth of the paper. If I have to, later I'm gonna push a lot harder, but right now I'm just putting light layers for the colors that I want. I'm just gonna go back with the pink because I want to create the blast that I see in the picture, but I don't think that's saturated, this color pencil, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm having a hard time just holding it. I wish I had these pen thingies that you put here as an extension, but I don't have one. So I'm just gonna struggle a bit, it's fine. Because I know it's gonna be a bit striky, I'm trying to mimic the shape of the face with its stroke, so it won't look that bad in the end. That's why you should study the anatomy of a face before you start drawing portraits and stuff. It's really important to know the theory before doing like the action. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what to do down here. I'm just gonna go back with the color that I put down for the shadows. And again, trying to capture the form of a shoulder because I'm not gonna put much time here. I'm not gonna give it so much attention because I don't want to draw a shoulder, I want to draw a portrait. And people are not really gonna pay much attention to the shoulder as well. They're gonna look at the face probably, hopefully. So I'm just gonna put some light indications of form right here and see what I'm gonna do with that later. Again, putting the blast down. She has really nice cheeks and I wanna give them a bit of attention. So far, I haven't really seen any problem with this because I haven't started pushing them or layering them as much. So right now I don't even think that I'm working with so cheap materials. I'm just drawing as I would. I'm not saying that I can understand that the quality is not like professional, but I don't find it annoying or anything. I think I should start putting some blues down or something to boost the shadows a bit. Should I start with a dark blue? I think I'm just gonna start with the purple and go from there. Okay, now I'm starting to have a bit of a trouble because this doesn't even show up. I don't know if the camera catches it at all. Like, I don't even see it right here in front of me, so I'm guessing it doesn't really show on camera. I feel like the sketch underneath is a bit stiff because it's the first thing that I drew today, and I really don't draw every day like I used to. I probably should see my video about how to draw every day and follow my own advice, because it's actually good advice, but I don't know, lately I've just been drawing just to post something or to make a video out of it, or like create stickers for my family or stuff like that. So I haven't been really drawing because I like to draw, which I really do. So I've been struggling with that a bit. And really the advice on this video is good. I'm not just saying so you can just go see it, but you should. I really like the color combination that I have done right now, but I think I'm just gonna use, in the end, I'm just gonna use all of them and create a big mess with the colors. And definitely this portrait is not gonna be realistic or anything. I don't even have the right colors to make it realistic, and I wouldn't do that even if I had them. I'm just gonna make it colorful and fun. I'm trying to work really light-handed because I don't want to disturb the paper, because I want to create many layers. So I'm trying to be very light-handed. But I don't know if I can continue doing it for a long time because they already kinda not sew up. So I think I'm just gonna have to start pushing a bit more in the next layers. I don't mind the streakiness. Is that even like the correct expression? Streakiness? I don't know, sometimes, because English is not my first language, obviously, I'm having trouble to remember which phrases and words are real, because I just combine different words and phrases that I hear, and then they become like combine 3 or 4 phrases together, and then I don't even know which one is the real one, and I'm just googling, is that even a thing? Do people say that? And I struggle a bit with that. So yeah, I don't mind the trickiness. Is that what I said before? I don't know if it's if it's a thing or anything. I mean, you understand what I say, right? If I say something really stupid, please just tell me, and I'm just gonna learn from it, I guess. This is not so smiley in the reference. Not that everything else looks exactly like the reference, but just I don't want her to be smiling so much. Again, on the shoulder, I'm not gonna try to create a smooth blend or something. I'm just gonna create the illusion of the form of the shoulder. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't really like how dark it is here. A good thing about this is that they erase pretty much completely. It's like I'm drawing with regular pencils. So that's a good thing if you want to be able to correct your mistakes. I'm trying to talk while I draw, but I find it very hard. When I'm trying to concentrate on a drawing and I have to think of something to say. But I want to talk in my videos. I like them more when I talk when I draw, and you seem to like it more because people usually like leave the video if I'm not talking. And I completely understand that. When I'm watching art videos, I prefer the person talking when drawing. I don't just like to watch like speed paintings and stuff. I find it kind of boring. So I'm trying to talk while I draw, but I don't always think when I draw. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I just relax sometimes and I don't even think. I'm just putting colors on the paper. And sometimes if I'm doing a video that requires a lot more thought when I'm making it, like creating something difficult, or when I made the video with the stickers, I didn't want to talk at that moment, so I just did a voiceover after. But I think I prefer it when I speak when I draw. I think the videos come out better. I don't know what you think. And I would like to know what you think actually, so I can create the videos that you like. So if you prefer me talking while I draw, just comment down if you like to help me with my videos, because it's hard to understand what people want just from the statistics and stuff. Even though I quite like getting into the statistics of the videos and seeing when people leave a video and stuff, I find it kind of fascinating to look at this stuff. I don't know, most people might find it boring, but I really enjoy trying to learn the algorithm of its platform and stuff. Not that I always do what the algorithm wants, but I like to know what it wants. It doesn't mean I'm gonna follow it, but you know, it's fun. I feel like even though I've put it down so many colors, I can't get them dark enough. I have to start pushing the pencil more, I think. And I really don't want that because I'm gonna ruin the tooth of the paper and then they won't grip. So I'm just putting all the colors that I want first to see in which places I want them. And if I want them darker later, I'm just gonna push harder then when it comes to that. For example, here in the nostrils, I have pushed a bit harder, and in the eyes, because I know that these are like the darkest places in the photograph. I'm really not looking forward to do the hat because it's a big space and I have to fill all of this. I'm really not looking forward to it. But for like €0.50, I'm really excited with what I've created. Is it a masterpiece? No. Is it my favorite piece of mine? Probably not. But I'm having fun drawing. I'm not really thinking about it, just putting the colors down. For some reason, I really love this part of the mouth that has like a little bit of soft shadow, and it really brings the whole mouth together. I don't know if you have this, if you are an artist and you draw portraits, like have these little details that you love drawing in a person. Like I even like so much these puffy under eyes. I don't know if that's how they're called, but I really like them when people have them, and I really like drawing them. I find them so cute. I don't know. And it's things like that, like this little shadow here. I don't know, if you're an artist, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like these little details that you like to draw more than other stuff. Or maybe you don't know what I'm talking about and I'm just weird, I don't know. But I think you probably do know what I'm talking about. I like the color palette right now, but I think I want to use all of the colors, or most of them at least. I don't know what I should do. I haven't decided yet. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this blue that, if I remember correctly, looks very similar to the purple I've been using. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use it. just for some variation in the colors. And I'm definitely gonna use blue later more because the hat is blue in the reference, so I have to put some in the piece from now just to be more cohesive. I don't know what I've done and it looks so smiley. I'm trying to hint that it's smiling, but I don't want to be like in your face smiling. And I don't know how to do that. Maybe... No, that didn't help. I think it's better now. I don't know why, but lately I've been so bored of drawing eyes. Like when it comes to the eyes, it's my least favorite part of the face to draw right now. And I used to love drawing eyes. Like everyone had that phase where you just didn't know what to draw, so you just drew some eyes. Maybe that's why I'm bored now of them. Like when you're at school, mostly you just open your notebook or your book or whatever, and you just drew a couple of eyes, maybe a mouth or something, not a face, never a face, just eyes. So maybe that's why I'm bored of them now. I don't know, maybe I find them hard to make them look actually realistic and good. I don't know what it is. They just don't have that little detail that I like drawing, I guess, so I just don't enjoy drawing them as much. It's not that I'm not gonna pay attention to them, I want my portraits to look good, but not my favorite part, I guess. I started using this thing to put them at first, but after a while I just spread all my supplies everywhere. I always do that, so I don't even know why I try to be organized at first. I'm starting to have a problem with going dark enough, like as dark as I want. They don't layer as well, obviously. Like I knew that from the start, that I'm gonna have this problem. I didn't expect them to layer good. I mean, you can't expect much for like €0.50. Like here in Greece, like you can even buy bread for €0.50, so I don't expect the best art supplies for the same amount, for that amount of money. I'm trying to think of a thing that costs only 50 cents that you can buy, and it's like the standard. Oh, okay, I thought of one. The water bottle. The small water bottle that you can, the plastic one, is 50 cents, so yeah, you can buy water and pencils for €0.50 here in Greece. I can't believe that I couldn't think of a thing that costs that much. I mean, the 50 cents for a water bottle is pretty standard here in Greece. As you can understand, I don't have things to talk about, so I'm just talking about the prices here in Greece. Ooh, I don't like that color, and I don't know where else to put it, because I just don't like that it's just there. I'm just gonna try and use it for her hair. Oh, maybe her lashes. Her lashes in the photo are like being lit by the sun probably, and they're lighter. Maybe in the end I'm just gonna use... Do I have one here? Yes. I'm just gonna use something like that in the end, maybe, to help it. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Put it here so I can remember it. Because I can't go darker. I can't go lighter. I can't go darker, I think. I'm trying at least. I really have to go darker because right now it really doesn't have much contrast. So I'm just gonna have to start pushing a bit more. But I don't want to create hard edges that much, even though I like to have hard edges, but when I do it on purpose, not just streaks of color. I like creating hard edges in my work, like pushing here, for example, and have outlines. I don't mind having outlines, like I'm not trying to be extra realistic or anything, but I find it kind of hard with this one, so I'm just gonna embrace the softer look, the softer edges, not look, because it's a pretty textured look with these pencils. But I like that they're forcing me to use multiple colors and layers to create the results that I want. I can never like start a specific area of the face, for example, and just finish it. I always jump around so much when I'm drawing. Like, I can't concentrate on one spot or one color. It's just that I see something, I have to do it the moment that I see it, or then I'll forget, and then I'm in the middle of something and I see something different, and I have to jump to that different thing that I saw and work on that. Like, I really can't draw something, like finish a specific area. I've seen people like start from here and leave everything white until they finish this specific area and then work like a printer or something. And I really can't understand how the mind of these people work. I could never do that. And I could never draw super realistic, like these portraits that you can't tell if it's a picture or a drawing. Congratulations if you can do it, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I could never do that, and I'm not gonna try and do that, I think, ever. I just can't imagine enjoying art if I'm trying to be super realistic. Like, I love now that I can put whatever color comes to mind in wherever place that I want. Like, blue for the nose, yes. I don't know. I find it kind of boring to try to imitate a picture because you already have a picture. Why would you want to draw a picture again? But if you like drawing that way, of course, just do it. That's just my opinion. And you don't have to listen to me. That's the magic of the art. Everyone can do whatever they want. I'm just saying what my preferences are. Like, sometimes I'm not even trying to capture the likeness of a photo. I'm just using the photo reference as a guide to see how the shadows work and how some facial features are kind of different. Like, I'm not trying to create a copy for sure, but I'm not even trying to capture the likeness of the person sometimes, most of the times, or sometimes I just can't. It's not always because I don't want to. I'm not trying to be like, I just don't want to, it's my style or something. No, sometimes I just can't. I'm not that good yet. I've seen myself improve so much, but I don't consider myself that good. And I think this is good and bad because it drives me to try and improve more, but sometimes I feel pretty bad about my art and I feel like, ooh, I can't do that and I'm not good enough. Okay, you silly little thing, if you're not good enough, then practice more. I'm just talking to myself right now. I don't like how the nose looks. I think today I'm all over the place. Like, one moment I'm talking to myself and the other moment I'm just like, ooh, I don't like how that looks, and jumping all over the place, and I don't know. At least I'm talking for the video. I hope you like hearing me, like, just talk, not saying anything specific or helping you much or entertaining you or anything, I don't know. I actually tried to film this video yesterday. This is like the third time that I'm trying to create this drawing. One time I started drawing it and then my camera couldn't record anymore because I didn't have space on my phone because I'm filming with my phone. And then the other time I filmed it, I actually finished the drawing. Yes, I have another set of this drawing, the same reference, kind of different. It doesn't look like this. As I said before, I'm not a copy machine. And then this thing that I have here to hold my phone was in a very bad angle and I hadn't noticed. So I decided to just take a break and record again tomorrow. So today. This is for the part of the drawing and the sketch and stuff. and it was very frustrating, but I wanted to have a video that you like can actually watch, not just post something, because it's not like everyone is expecting me to upload weekly or anything. I'm not a big YouTuber, so I don't think anyone is really like, oh, she didn't post this week. And I'm not saying that people are like that with big YouTubers, but I actually have some YouTubers that I know their schedule and kind of waiting for them to upload when they don't. I think I messed up here. I don't like it. Good thing these are very erasable. I'm trying to leave some spaces white so I can create contrast, because I think this is the darkest I can go. It's gonna be a very soft piece. But I don't like seeing all this white, so I have to press really, really lightly just to put some indication at least of color down. And then I'm just gonna have to go darker here again. I'm trying really hard. Like, it's the point where I'm starting to have a bit of a trouble with these tip supplies. If I was using my polychromes right now, they're so pigmented and great. I love them. They're real good quality. If you wanna invest in some good colored pencil, I really suggest the polychromes. Colored pencils are not my favorite medium, but I really have fun working with the polychromos, and I have fun today working with this, but I prefer markers or just pencil for most of my drawings. And if you don't know if you like colored pencils, don't go for really cheap ones and think that, oh, I don't like colored pencils because I didn't like these cheap ones, so I wouldn't like the expensive ones. If you spend a little more money, you can definitely understand the difference in the art materials. And I know that applies for a lot of different materials. That's why I want to spend some money on some watercolors, because I've only used random student grade at best watercolors, but I really don't like working with watercolors, and I don't know if it's because I'm only used to work with the tip ones, or if I just don't like watercolors in general, and I don't want to go and spend all my money on expensive ones and ending up not liking them. So I don't know what to do. I'm just putting it off for the moment and not buying them, but I think I'm just gonna try some more expensive ones in the future. As you can see, I'm starting to press really hard, but I'm not seeing many results. And in some places, like here in the nostrils, I'm having a bit of a problem because I can go darker and everything kind of blends together here. I think I'm just gonna take a break from the face and work on the hat a little bit. I tried to sharpen the pencil, but it broke so many times and now it's so small. I haven't sharpened this one and the sharpened one. Can you see the difference? Now it's gonna be even harder to hold. I really have to darken up here because it's one of the deepest shadows in the photo and I really haven't gone dark enough here. But I really can't, as you can see. Unless I push that hard that my wrist hurts, the paper suffers. But I'm gonna do it for the hair, just to give the impression of hair, because this just looks like she has a weird head. I don't know if anything that I do right now has like changes anything, but I just can't seem to stop drawing. This is the ones that I haven't used, as you can see. Greens, yellows, and the black that I never really use black in my drawings, but I think that I might have to in this one, just to push some of the darkest shadows, like here in the eyes. I think it kind of helped. I'm just gonna try and create the illusion of some teeth being here with putting a darkest black here. I think it really helped. It's not that obvious in the reference, but I noticed that I see has like a bit of teeth zone there. I have to stop using black. Should I use these somewhere? I don't really think they're gonna fit in the drawing. I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna try and ruin this in the last moment. I'm adding, I think, the last details for now because I don't know what else to do. I think I've hit the point where nothing really changes, and every new layer that I put down doesn't really affect. This one that I sharpened so much is so hard to hold. I think I'm almost done. Okay, so now, do I do anything to the background? Do I put like a solid color behind her? Definitely not with the pencils. I don't want to have to like fill the space with just that tiny little pencils. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it kinda shows here, so I just did it. I think I'm just gonna put some black here. Okay, let me see. I think it's done. I'm gonna let it dry a bit. Okay, well, I let this dry. I'm gonna tell you my final thoughts on this. Do they worth the 50 cents? Yes, it's only 50 cents. You can create some fun drawings, not many of them because as you sharpen them, it's gonna be very hard to hold them after a while. But you can create some drawings with them just to try them out. I mean, am I gonna tell you to go buy them if you see them? Do what you want, it's only 50 cents. Again, I mean, for that little money, I'm not gonna say not buy them because you might wanna try them and see if you can create something with them. What I want to take from this video is like, you can create something nice with very cheap art supplies. You don't always need the best. I really had fun, and you can see that by the times that I said that I'm almost done and then continuing creating and trying to make this look nice, and by the effort that I went with the India ink and trying to make this look nice. I really had fun making this video. I hope you had fun too watching this video and that you like this piece. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!